the engineering and the inspections and stuff. Yes.
Great, yes. So it's wonderful.
That's
Great
not
question.
No, it's just from Ferris to Elmore. Over the last 4 years ago, the board asked me to put together a program to try to have all of our streets in the township paved in 10 years. So this is another section. This will be our third section that we've paved. Well, we had another OPWC project down in Walford and Ormond, but this is our third section that we're getting paved. So we're trying to, with applying for the OPWC, we're making our dollar stretch out a little bit more. But the board's been, $400 to a little over $500,000 paving every year in the last 3 years. So we're still moving forward. I think we'll hit our goal of having everything paved within 10 years.
So Ferris to Elmore, that's the cross street, what's the street that's going on?
Elmore will be done,
Elmore.
then Lamont, Melrose, the part of Case that we have, City Road from Cleveland Avenue to Walford, then the alley that runs parallel with Cleveland Avenue, then a couple of the short streets like Kiefer and some of them over by Ferris Road. So that section will be done.
When we do the minutes, can you fill in those roads for me?
We can't yet.
Okay, maybe we'll add it. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
I got the project here too.
Okay, great.
So ready for a vote?
Yes,
Yes.
Jesberger,
Yes.
Trustee Clark,
yes.
Trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Committee reports, Clinton Township Committee chat.
So for the free produce market on February 27th, we had about 10,000 pounds of free produce that we distributed to 758 individuals. That's a record for us so far. March 13th market, we had 594 individuals that received about 10,000 pounds of produce. Next market will be the 27th from 4 to 6 p.m. here at this location. And then this coming Friday, the 20th, we have a free health clinic from 4 to 6 p.m. here in the community room. And then starting at 6 p.m. is free family movie night with the movie Ratatouille.
Okay. Budget work group.
So I met with the department heads last week to see where we were at with the budget. Some of the stuff needs to be cleaned up, and we are still in the middle of going through a FO switch. So I talked to the department heads to see what they felt comfortable with, and they wanted to wait to open it up to our residents until we have our new FO on board, and making sure that the new FO understands how it works. So I do plan to still meet with the department heads probably another time before an FO would come in, because we did have some questions from trying to figure out line items and stuff. But as soon as we get everything situated, I would probably guess early summer, midsummer for the first budget meeting.
Yeah, we have to have things settled by July 20th. We had to have something together for the FO to submit to the county.
Okay. So we'll shoot for sometime in June to have a budget meeting, and then we'll open it up to all of the residents as well.
And usually we have one that's open up to the public
Yeah.
right before we finalize it to send it to county.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
beautification work group.
Just that we do have a, not firm, but we do have a quote on a fence for the Veterans Park.
Yeah, we got the Veterans Park right next to a residence house, and it'd be kind of have a privacy fence there. There's one in the back, have one on the side, just kind of make it a little secluded, so family members come there to show respect to their military family that passed or whatever, that they have some seclusion there. So right now, it looks like about $1,500 plus the permit fee. We also contacted a tree company to kind of look at the large trees in the back of the lot to see if we need them to remove, prune them, or whatever we need to do. Because years ago, the board did plant some new trees in front of them that's kind of got them shaded. And at least 3 of them large trees, if they go down, they would destroy the memorial or go into the neighbor's house or whatever. So I'm waiting for that company to take a look at that and give me a price for and their guidance, what they think should be done there.
I think it's under 5,000,
Should be.
so that's something you can just authorize.
Correct. And we're part of that Tree City USA, so we have, we're supposed to spend X amount of funds every year anyways for tree removal or planting or something. So it would fall in line with that.
And that fence could be done before the Memorial Day.
Yes, they could do it next week if we do the permit process and stuff, but I reached out to the county to see if they come out and mark the property line, because that's the first thing we need to find out is where our property line is. Usually county engineer will do that for us. I reached out to Brad Foster, haven't received a phone call back from him yet. That'll be the time frame there. It may be a couple weeks for him. Then I'd have to put a letter together, a request form, and a couple trustees would have to sign it to have them actually do that for us. That's their process now.
Great, I think that would be really nice to have that done, Deborah, for the ceremony, right? So, yes, great, thank you.
Yeah, we're looking at about 9 weeks between now and the ceremony.
Is it? Okay,
Mhm.
all right, great. Okay, and that's kind of it for us. And Deborah will have our other projects.
And then the
in a little bit.
beautification project itself launches April 15th. So currently we're underway of developing the 2026 marketing campaign for that to push out and announce for April 15th, along with the sign-up forms
Okay.
as well.
I confirmed with Morgan Green and some other people over in UBCA that our next meeting for the 999 Chambers Road Building Work Group is going to be April 21 at 4:30 before the township meeting on that same day. Okay, administration?
Yeah, I submitted to the board my monthly report for February. During the month of February, we had some issues with our roof here with ice dams leaking, so I spent a lot of time going through our building every morning looking for leaks and new leaks and checking in with the department heads how things were going. After that, Brian and I, we met with ServPro to come in and start doing some of the damage cleanup and trying to take care of the moisture issue and drying things up. That's all done right now. That's completed. And during that time, I did contact David with Square Construction Company. That's the company who bought out the builders of this building. And he was supposed to show up that next week or so. He's not available for contact right now because I've reached out to him several times and he's not making any return phone calls. We'll stay on that with the roof leaks. Our insurance company was kind of questioning whether this is an installation problem or an ice dam problem. So they kind of wanted to deny the claim first. I reached out to them and said, is there a appeal process and what's that look like? And talked with her a little bit more and talking with one of their agents to come out and looked at it. They're gonna send it back to underwriting to see what they can cover. That some of it may be pre-existing, some of it is new ice dam. So she's out of town this week, so she'll follow up with me next week. So hopefully we can get some insurance paid for part of that. We had some issues with our cleaning company in the building, with some concerns from some of the department heads and assistant chiefs. And so I reached out to the company that's in charge of the sub-employees, and they made some changes. You see we have a new guy out here now that looks like he's making some improvements in our cleaning. So we're kind of getting what we're paying for. And thanks to Joe for pointing that out, some of the issues. That's what it takes. I worked with Jamie Gentry, the JEDZ consultant, on several things, including the website, the JEDZ amendment, zoning, maybe some signage for some of the businesses in Chesapeake Avenue upgrades. I worked with the prosecutor's office to complete the Matt Huffman W-2 issue. We got that finalized, and hopefully that's behind us. I attended the OTA conference. Actually took Omar one day with me down there to the trade show. And I've been working on researching the process to replace the physical officer once she leaves. I know we talked about last fall about the tennis court over on the west side with the pickleball court. I've reached out to Pro Track Tennis several times about striping, and I'm getting a voicemail that is full. So I may have to research something else to get that taken care of. When Surf Pro was in here with the leaks, it was a lot of action going on, so I asked the Public Works Department guys if they'd help facilitate containers and stuff to put water in and help with that process, and they did. Over at the 999 Chambers Road in the back, in the back room, we had a bunch of wooden lockers and stuff in there, so the crew went in there and tore that stuff out. We have a light switch and some lighting or some electrical issues over to the UV playground, so that should be taken care of tomorrow. Contractors come in and fix the electrical in both them places. Then Omar and I attended the Cook Road construction project. We had a pre-construction meeting. So that project will start, well, it's supposed to start the first of the month. Looks like the Cook Road project will start at the end of this month.
Okay.
And just to let everybody know that day, they are gonna have Cook Road shut down completely.
I believe so. There was a flyer, I think we put it out. Did we push that out on our website
We will, tomorrow. I just got it
yesterday?
from Philip.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
And that will be what,
75 days.
75 days.
No Cook Road.
So that's my monthly report in somewhat of a condensed. Any questions? Okay, next thing I got is request a motion to amend permanent appropriations by the following. Line item 2901-760-790-0000 for other capital outlay to $550,084.
Second.
Before we vote, I did get, when I was trying to get, when I got the correct resolution for amending appropriations at last meeting, I got the resolution number for this one. It's going to be 03.17.002.
Well, this is just a motion.
Oh, I think you said resolution. It says
No.
resolution on this. All right, I
Oh,
misread
we're
it.
on number 2.
I'm looking.
You know, the resolution will be full.
Mine any different?
Yes.
All right, got it. All right, never mind.
Okay. Go to the vote then?
Good to go.
Discussion. Jessberger,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
Next, I have requested a motion to transfer $99,185 from general fund to the Eastern Clinton Township resurfacing.
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Jessberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Next, I have a requested resolution to regulate noise within the unincorporated territory of Clinton Township pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 505.172.
Second, so moved.
Yes. Yeah. Is it a motion and resolution? Do I do something?
This is a resolution.
I agree. I don't know.
I just, are we
Did we
open
get
for
a second?
discussion?
Did we get a second?
We need a second.
Yes, yeah.
I just had a question, because I did know when you initially sent this back to the attorney after our first look at it, I was just unclear about this October 20th, 1999 date, and she said that she had gotten rid of that in the notes, but it is in this current resolution. So I just want to make sure this is the most updated one.
That's the one we got on the
That's-
11th. That was just last
Right,
week.
but,
Yeah, that's
I
the one she sent
emailed-
me this morning.
okay, because I don't understand, and
And it could be an issue with them. They had, with the power outage and stuff, their IT has been a nightmare
yeah. That's,
since Friday and today
right,
and yesterday. So she said she's going to rush it, trying to get it done, so it may have been overlooked.
yeah, I just wonder if, so, it's just something that says, in existence and operating on October 20th, 1999. So I had just asked her what the significance of that date was. I just was curious, and she said, oh, that's updated. And in her red comment, she said, I'm taking that out. So I'm just wanting to make sure that we are passing the most current resolution, and this is not, she didn't send the same one without the changes in
There's
it,
been a different one sent?
because that's, I had
No,
emailed
that's
you
the one that
this-
was sent this morning.
I didn't get the one this morning. I got the red line that we had like a week or two ago.
Yeah, the red line one was sent back, and yeah, that was going to be removed. I
and then-
don't know why she did this one.
Yeah, let me get the notes up that she had said. That is just my question. And here, Jessica, you want to look at it too? If you guys want to see it.
Is that under a section?
So it is in the first part, and that's, I had emailed wondering if this was just, she had just sent us the initial version and not the updated version, because she said she made all the changes that I requested, or that I just questioned.
Yeah, I saw that email. That was like the 11th.
Yeah, and I had asked about, I mean, I don't know, am I allowed to talk about this since it's with an attorney? There are a couple other things that, noise resolution. I apologize for not having this at my fingertips yet. Sample noise resolution, the red line doc,
And it still has the exemption for special events.
Yeah, I think that was gonna stay in there, though.
That's what I was asking, if she changed something else, I'm just making sure she didn't change something else. I mean, I can say you could approve it tonight pending language from township attorney, because the clerk of courts is still gonna have to read whatever Julie sends to make sure that it's legally
All right,
accurate.
that's a good
That's a good-
suggestion.
yes. There were a couple more things. I was wondering if we wanted an updated list of music producing items, and if we were going to ask for a time, quiet hours, and I think Julie responded. I don't know what we can use on that depending on what
It's
we
not in
felt
there.
like. So there's only, the only times stated are for, landscape work, but not for quiet hours in a residential. Bars and other events are prohibited from making noise 100 feet. There are no quiet hours for bars or other events. We could update this to a more universal concept. So I was requesting to see if we felt like we wanted hours in
Yeah,
there.
the original one I saw that she sent had, I think, like 8 AM to 9 PM or 10 PM, somewhere in there, because it covered construction too. I know
Yes,
some communities, they limit construction startups until 8 or 9 in the morning.
Mhm.
and this one's to 8.
I mean, I think the board is fully in support of this. I just want to make sure that we're passing the latest.
Pass it with that language, amended to,
Pending changes by legal.
amend our motion to state that.
I also just want to point out that it says noise generated from dogs, cats, and similar household pets.
So if your guinea pigs are loud,
gotta
we
cover
will
everything.
get them.
Your goats and chickens.
So Mike, you're suggesting we can
No, that
pass
is-
it with the amendment pending changes by legal?
Yeah, that way at least we get the resolution on the
Yep,
books.
okay.
And then once Julie makes those corrections, you've approved a resolution to limit noise in the township. Because like I said, she's gonna make her draft, that still has to be approved by Lori Tyek's office downtown, as to how that's going to go in their computer system. And once they approve it, it's similar to what we do with the parking resolutions on the west side. It took a couple months to get that up and running.
That sounds great.
So I'm going to amend the original resolution motion by stating pending the changes by legal.
Second.
Okay. So we got to vote on the amendment and then vote on the motion.
Trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Then we're voting on,
The resolution.
the motion was by Clark,
Yes.
second by
Hannah?
Tiffany?
trustee Jesberger,
Yes.
trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Hannah.
Yes.
And that is the latest one she sent me yesterday.
It is, okay.
And that's all for administration.
Fire.
I sent you a monthly report last week. Read through that real quick. For responses, there were 79 fire and EMS incidents that occurred in Clinton Township in February. Automatic Response Partners dispatched 98 vehicles to assist us with those incidents. Engine 61 responded to 223. Medic 61 responded to 337 incidents in total. Under training, we logged 80 hours of training on various EMS and fire-related topics. Our Assistant Medical Director, Dr. Melinda Kazaya, presented lectures on syncope, seizures, and strokes. And our firefighters trained in emergency bailout procedures, enter, isolate, and search procedures. I actually added some photos to our monthly reports because we have some crazy things that we list on here with no idea what they are, I'm sure. The fire safety inspector conducted 23 inspections. He found several businesses in Lennox without proper Knox box keys for fire department entry. Is everyone aware of what a Knox box is? Everyone heard of those? Large red security boxes on the outside of the business. They're there for fire departments to gain entry. They keep keys in there for us for the front doors. They had some changeover. I didn't update keys. Forwarded to above ground fuel tank installation request to Safe Built. 2035 Ennis Road, the fire alarm was found out of service. We're conducting a fire watch. They initially tried with private security and that didn't work out. So fire department personnel have been there since Wednesday evening. We're doing every evening and 24 hours over the weekend. And he also assisted the City of Granby Heights with business records. The EMS training coordinator, he reviewed 337 reports for QA and QI. He conducted 29 individual EMS run reviews and conducted 5 reviews with ER staff. Continued ordering and stocking EMS supplies, scheduled free EMS continuing education for March, and responded to several EMS incidents. Under community risk reduction and outreach, the Franklin County Public Health Child and Adult Immunization Clinic was here on February 10th. We had free produce markets on the 13th and 27th. The OSU Clinton Health Clinic was February 21st, and the free women's self-defense class was also February 21st. Second page, I conducted 4 follow-up visits with residents who recently utilized 911 services. And under recognitions, the Clinton Township Division of Fire's Medic 61 crew, firefighters Anderson, Carino, and Yorty, along with Lieutenant Keller, was recognized by Riverside Methodist Hospital as its EMS Department of the Month for December of 2025. The recognition occurred on February 9th. This recognition was earned following the crew's response to a critical cardiac patient. Medic 61 quickly identified the patient's life-threatening condition and delivered exceptional pre-hospital care. Their early notification to the hospital allowed the patient to be transported directly to the cardiac cath lab upon arrival, where a pacemaker was successfully implanted. In addition to providing outstanding patient care, the crew demonstrated a strong commitment to professional growth. After the call, they spoke with the cardiologist to ask questions and gain further insight, turning the incident into a valuable learning opportunity. This honor reflects the professionalism, clinical excellence, and dedication to continued learning demonstrated by the members of Medic 61. And lastly, I would like to recognize Lieutenant Alton Keller for recognizing a need and taking action to help the division obtain some needed equipment. He contacted an organization called Monopants Foundation, and they generously donated 5 PET oxygen mask kits. These kits have been placed on the division's vehicles and will allow our members to provide oxygen for pets in emergent situations.
Could I ask that you, I have it on paper, but submit that to me electronically so I can include that in the minutes?
Sure.
Just copy and paste it in the minutes.
Will do. And flexibility, we have the first 3 hard copies of our annual report that we put out today. We actually purchased a small binder, so we had a little home ec class going on in my office.
Yeah.
We'll have more of those out this week, and I'll get a copy of that digitally to Deborah.
Great, thank you. Chief?
We do not have any business tonight. Our monthly report was put in at the last meeting. Our annual report is also out. I think, Deborah, you've got that online now.
Yes.
So just a shout out to our folks. Even though we kind of did have a rough year last year with one of the officers being injured for 7 months out of commission, our use of force went down by almost 50% with the amount of serious calls that we had. This year, some of you know, last meeting we purchased a RAP restraint system. That system was actually utilized 2 weeks ago, right after our meeting, where we had a person in mental crisis actually try to take 2 officers' weapons from their gun belts. We were able to subdue him with a few other officers and use that RAP system to secure him without any injury to himself or more injury to the officers at the scene. So we've utilized that already, and it's been well worth the money we used to purchase those with. And we had Franklin County Sheriff's Office down here, City of Delaware Police were here, along with all of our officers for that RAP training. We also included our fire division in that training and some hospital security staff with Ohio Health, so that they know when we arrive with someone in that system, how they're getting them out of it. Money well spent so far. We are starting to roll out the Axon body system, body cams and cruiser cams. All the cruiser cams have been installed. And I believe, Joe, they're coming in April?
Middle of May.
Middle of May, to get the body camera system up and rolling, so we will have the AI feature and the language ongoing for the interpretation part. That's all that I have. You got anything, Joe, to add?
All right. Thank you. Public Works.
I submitted my monthly report to the board last week. The crew plowed / salted a total of 3 times in the month of February, a total of 43.125 tons of salt. Cleaned up the intersection between Case Road and Dresden due to a car accident. The crew got a ton of coal patch that put potholes around the township. And we got a call from a resident over off of Dresden and Ferris, it's like an alley ward. They called in, let us know that they had a garage entrance through the alley, and it's very difficult for them to get in and out due to a trailer that comes through. And they torn it up, and with rain, it's, they get stuck all the time. So we went out to check out, and we went ahead and laid down some gravel for them, spread it out as evenly as possible, and got it looking a lot better. They're very grateful, said it hasn't looked that good in years, so I think we did a decent job there. And then the crew has dropped off a total of 5 recycling bins in the month of February to residents that have called in wanting another one, or they never received one. And then we picked up a total of 4 recycling bins. So just a reminder, if you would like an extra recycling bin, just give our office a call. We'll come drop it off as long as you have active trash service. If you don't want your current one, you can come pick it up as well. So that's also available. And then just lastly here, just to touch up on the City of Columbus water line project. They plan to begin in 2027. They will open a water line on Chesapeake Avenue. Some of that falls in Clinton Township, some of it is the city. However, the part that is in the township will need repaved. Looking at a total cost of about $29,000, and that would be covered with the Gen Z funds. That's all I have for today.
I also need to give you some kudos. It was communicated to me how impressed your boss is with your stepping up and taking on responsibility. When he was dealing with a lot of the leaks and things like that, and he passed on kudos. We noticed you, so thank you.
So I want to touch one on the Chesapeake Avenue. The city's in the middle of designing this and getting ready to put out for bid. And they kind of want to know if we would be okay with that kind of funds to, I think that could fall into our budget very easily for next year. Just on, I'm going to go ahead and tell them to go ahead and,
Yeah, let's say put it in the budget, yeah.
go ahead and bid that out with us paying.
Okay. All right. Code enforcement.
I submitted my February report to the board. Just briefly on that, opened 32 cases so far. I currently have 17 that I'm working on. We've removed 12 inoperable vehicles from properties in the township. I have 3 open cases involving inoperable vehicles. Most of the time I get people to comply. I have one case where I sent the initial letter and then a second letter, and they ignored it and then reached out to me. So I made a referral on that particular one to Franklin County Zoning for their investigation and possible prosecution if they refuse to do so. Franklin County Sheriff's Department reached out and let us know about a problem we're having 3200 block of West Earl Road. There's a business over there where vehicles were parking along the edge of the roadway, also unloading vehicles and things. So they were asking us about putting in a no parking enforcement zone there. I spoke with Mr. Medley about that. The roadway is ODOT's, so that would be upon them to tell us. They can either put the signs in or they can authorize us to put them in. So we're just waiting to hear from them to see what we're going to do with that. We have a property on Walford that I know I've mentioned several times before, close to Veterans Park. That individual had a court date of March 12th and he failed to show up. He'd already been found to be in contempt of court with a $150 a day fine levied against him for not cleaning up the property since the end of October. so he's over $15,000 in fines. I looked at the property today, online, he hasn't paid his property taxes in over 2 years, and he owes about $5,400 there. So he has a final hearing coming up May 12th, at which point they will move through Judge Mingo to foreclose on the property, and they go ahead and take that through the Treasurer's Office to Frank County Sheriff's sale, and then hopefully somebody else will buy it and be able to take care of it. There are 5 inoperable vehicles on that property that need to be removed as well. I worked with the police department about an abandoned vehicle on Walford with a person living in it. That individual left, and they got the vehicle towed off the lot and took care of all that. And I was going to speak about the Evergreen people on the property there, but we will discuss that. So that's all I have.
Great, thank you very much. Community affairs?
The newsletters, they were sent to print last Friday. I did send the copies out to everybody on the e-newsletter subscriber list. We do have currently about 60 subscribers for the e-newsletters. Unfortunately, the list of subscribers from our old website platform didn't migrate over to the new. Fortunately, I still have access to the old webpage, and so I'm working with Civic Plus on that to make sure that everything subscriber-wise is transferred over to our new website. So there's still ongoing discoveries with the website that I'm going to be excited to have the intern help with getting a lot of these things worked out. So I do have copies of the newsletters if you want to pick up one here. Has anybody, well, let's see, Friday, it takes 7 to 10 days, so you should get them by the end of the month. We talked a little bit about, we have the e-subscribers for the newsletters. We also have subscribers for other categories on the website also. We currently have 60 subscribers for people who want to get notifications, whether it be for the meetings, for agendas, for the calendar events. So we do have 59 subscribers for those. We do have the capability also for you to subscribe and get notifications either via email or text message. Now it's not automatic, so each time something's edited or posted or changed, there's actually another step, a manual step, that needs to happen so that people are notified about what's been updated or changed on our website. Any questions on that? Great. Brick order update. Currently we have roughly about 12 orders. That does include all the veterans here in the township except for one. And we do have a couple other folks who actually picked up the flyers that I distributed at the Eagles because there are a lot of Clinton Township individuals that are members of the Eagles. A lady who lived on Cleveland Avenue, she wasn't sure if she was township or not. I'm pretty sure she's not. She lives on Cleveland by Streamline. She wants to do several bricks. And of course, I had to tell her it's for people who live in the township or veterans who have lived or are currently living in the township. Told her I would revisit it so we can have another discussion about that offline, perhaps. I had another lady off of Maze Road just outside the township too. So I've been, respectfully replying to these individuals, letting them know that we, appreciate that they want to, honor the veterans and that this is a township initiative, so on and so forth. So I do have, people that want to get bricks. They just don't live in the township, or their veterans, loved ones, never lived in the township. I'm happy to report I did secure, after calling about a dozen organizations, American Legion, AMVET, so on and so forth, I did secure an honor guard for the Veterans Day park rededication and brick ceremony. Again, that's going to be on the 25th on Memorial Day, and it's going to be at noon. So I'm happy and relieved that we were able to, because that's a very busy day. We have very limited organizations, and all of our veterans organizations in Franklin County, there's only like less than a handful that does it anymore. And they're all booked up because that's a busy day. They're all at the cemeteries, they're all at other ceremonies. So I was really pleased and relieved that we secured the honor guard for that event. So hopefully everybody can carve that out and come. On their schedule, because it is a holiday, most people aren't going to be working. So come to the Veterans Day ceremony. Real quick, the chair trustee at the Eagles wanted to make a donation for the veterans bricks on behalf of the veterans. However, there is somewhat of a hiccup with that, and we can talk more about it offline with respect to setting up a 501c3. And that's something that is outside my purview and needs to happen at a leadership level before we can move forward on that. UVCA Easter egg hunt is going to be at UV Park. Now that's on our west side of the township. Is everybody aware for our residents? So we have an east and west side of the township. It's over, it's a playground at UV called UV Park. We call it the University View area. And that's going to be on Saturday the 28th at 11 a.m. Everybody's welcome to come. I think, was there an 8, we have flyers up here too. I think it starts at 11
Yes.
and it's from kids from, what, 0 to 11?
Till like 8, I think.
Yeah, okay. So, Easter egg hunt. Hopefully someday we can have it here in our front yard. And Chief Fraley said he would even get an Easter bunny outfit to wear.
All right.
All right.
We all saw him agree.
I think that would be fun. Okay, and maybe pancakes. Who knows? I have a dream. Okay, upcoming events, community cleanup. This is a new event for us. It's going to be a big day on the 18th. It's going to be from 10 to 2. We're going to have a shredded truck here. To my knowledge, it's the first time we're going to have a shredded truck. You're going to be here from 10 to 2. We'll be pushing out some information here on that event in the next, probably end of the month. We're also going to be doing the litter sweep cleanup in and around Wofford Street and Case Road areas over here in the township. So it's not going to be down Cleveland Avenue, which is what we normally do. We're going to take it more into the into the inner bowels of the township. And then we also have, if anybody's aware, or maybe not aware, we have a community gardens on Case Road. And we're working now on getting that overhauled, if you will. We're going to have kind of a party. Was it like a community party over there? So we're still working on the details on that. Somebody said something about food. So that's all I know for now. And talk about revitalizing that community garden. Arbor Day, Earth Day is on the 25th from 10 to 2. We typically have free trees. They're just like little saplings, basically. We have Franklin Soil and Water Conservation District. They come. They usually have a table full of resources, seeds, and all things, green garden. We have our SOPAC presentation, which is the aggregation presentation here at noon that day on the 25th. We also have another SOPAC presentation on the 21st of April. Now that's going to be at 999 at 6 o'clock at our trustee meeting. Beautification project, I touched base on that earlier, begins on the 15th. I wanted to circle back around with the tennis court repair. Somebody reached out to me a couple years ago about the tennis courts. I think he lives in University View, and he gave me name of a company or business that he might own himself. Does that sound familiar to you?
I think it's the same guy.
Okay, all right. All right, and that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Appreciations.
One thing we need to, go ahead. this is an appreciation, but this is, one thing we needed to express about the FO vacancy. We're still taking applications for that. We thought we was gonna move on that a little quicker, but it seems like it's gonna be probably somewhere in April when we start actually getting down to doing some interviews. Maybe the end of this month, 1st of April. Just want to let everyone know, if you know anybody who would like to apply, we have a couple applicants that look like they're very knowledgeable in that field, so I think we're a good start right now, but if anybody else wants to apply, more than welcome to apply. And that advertisement is on our website and Facebook, Deborah?
Yes, it's on our website and it's on Facebook. I posted it twice already.
Is it in the newsletter? I don't remember if you said it was.
On
in-
the
It's on the
front page.
newsletter on the front page.
Okay. Good.
Very proud of it. It's in that yellow square. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would just like to say I so appreciate all the departments really going out there after those grants. I think that's just amazing how we're able to access all the money that's out there. Clinton Township does an excellent job of keeping our costs down, so thanks to all of you guys for that.
I'd like to appreciate Public Works. On Friday, I was able to go out with 2 of our crew members I didn't help. I took pictures and then sat in the truck because it was dangerously windy. They removed a tree that had fallen across the road, and then a tree that had fallen on a car. But it was, the steps to do it, I was like, oh, I'm already tired.
There's, I believe 2 cars ended up getting smashed, right? One on the west side, one on the east side. But hats off to the crew, they was in contact with me. I'm also a trustee in my community, and I was busy removing trees there.
Wow.
So, they said they had it handled with help from Jess Berger. They overseeing it, they got it done.
Did you guys get any pictures?
I did, I will send them to you.
So I appreciate the whole crew, seems like they stepped up and helped. So.
And then I'm sorry, I have one more thing. So my neighbor reached out to me a week ago and asked if it would be possible, and I don't know if this would fall under beautification or not, but asked if the township would consider getting trash bags that are like lime green or orange. And it could be for residents who want to like pick up trash. Like she's always taking her dog for a walk and she's always picking up trash.
Mhm.
And so her thought was, you know, if the township would buy the bags and maybe like some of like the pincher things, that maybe on Tuesdays, put it by the curb and maybe Public Works could swing by and pick it up. And so I told her that I would bring it to the meeting today.
Yeah, sure. All about picking up more trash. I don't know if that's, we
It
can
kind of
discuss
falls
that.
under, it'd be less than 5,000, you can just ask,
Yeah, I
then you
mean,
do the research and find them.
sometimes the county already has them orange bags and stuff that, I know Lincoln County used to provide them to the municipalities. But I think we probably should focus around an event instead of every week, because we don't know where we're gonna have to pay somebody to drive all the streets to see where that orange bag is. I think, to me, I think it makes more sense to do an event. You know, have it kind of structured. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of do the bobblehead.
You can make it a competition of which township road or whoever picks up the most orange bags. I don't know what the prize could be. Bragging rights. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the cleaner neighborhood, that'll be the prize.
That's not a bad idea. Do you think that the township, like, could we consider buying trash pickers, like picker-upper things? And then if we have residents that are willing and they're like, yeah, I go for walks all the time and I'm always whatever, that they could just come up and grab them?
Yeah, I don't have an
I
issue
don't
with
have gloves.
that. We buy several of them a year.
I would make that gloves too.
But sometimes the counties will provide the picker,
Okay.
the grabbers, the gloves, the bags.
Could you look into that for us?
I will.
Thank you.
Because that all goes with our, I think it's soil and water conservation. That all falls underneath our MS4 permit.
Okay.
So they would want to record that, they would want an event. That way we could, how many participants, how many bags, and stuff like that. That way that is recorded in our annual report for the permit process.
Well, we're doing that litter sweep soon. Will we be getting grabbers with that?
We can.
So we've, using chat, we have, I think, 10 or 15 grabbers, and we also have about 20 vests. So
Awesome. Go ahead.
we've,
Can I get a grabber? Because I'm willing to go around.
we've put everything together for those events.
Okay.
We have them in our gear room, so we were doing 3 or 4 litter sweeps a year, and it's gone back down to 1. But that's the reason we purchased that much equipment, is because we were kind of busy with it for a while.
So maybe we can organize it to just sections, like over an area where you're at. We do that one weekend and we go Monday morning and pick the stuff up. Instead of being random.
Right.
You know, we get one person and we drop off bags, we drop off 10 grabbers or whatever, and then Monday we pick them back up from them and pick up the trash.
We just have to have like a check-in and out system with the equipment. It was grant funded, so.
We could bring that up with Lisa.
Will I bring it? You brought it up with her?
And see if she would want to maybe throw that in with the block watch.
You want me to bring it up with her, you said?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
just like maybe see if she thinks about it.
Absolutely.
We have our meeting Thursday at 11 o'clock with Henry Stahl with Franklin Soil Water Conservation District to go over all the details regarding the community cleanup on the 18th of April.
And I have an appreciation.
Okay.
I want to appreciate our staffing here, some of the employees within the departments and trustees for assisting with the audit, trying to get documentations to back up the board's actions. They started that, 2 weeks ago? The audit, we do it every 2 years, the audit the previous 2 years. I think the leadership and the employees done a great job gathering information for the audit.
Okay. Any other public comment?
I'm gonna, public comment, I have another thing that I just want to bring up. I wasn't sure where, but I would like opinions and get the magnets ordered this evening for the mailers. So I emailed all the department heads and everyone. I don't know if,
Yeah.
we're enjoying these mock-ups.
Did we talk about the circle one last time?
We did, but I also mocked up the house one that, just wanted to, because that was a suggestion from people, so I just wanted to see which one we preferred and which size, so I can get these ordered. Tonight, they will be stuffed by, my classroom of students with developmental disabilities.
What's the
So,
turnaround on the magnets, do you know? Once they get
I would like
ordered?
to order them tonight, and then I'll have them ready for like Monday morning stuffing, and then we'll be bringing them right, I'll have them ready by Wednesday.
Okay, so we'll get together on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the,
and then we're gonna go tour the new Lazarus.
Yes.
Lazarus building.
very good.
So,
Looking for consensus? or
I'm
just-
looking for consensus, I'm looking for Tell me what to do. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I heard a round back here.
That's if your email's up there.
Oh, yes?
Round.
Everybody's
Round it is.
Round it is, okay. And we like,
I like the house.
I like the house.
I like the house. What's the residence like?
We will round.
round. I think rounds are gonna win, but I might throw some houses in there. Just okay, and I would vote that we go with 2.5 inch. I think 3 inch might be getting a little too big for the envelopes. 2.5 inches, I think, is a nice compromise, 71 cents each.
Okay,
Are we good with that? All right, I didn't want to make that decision, you know what?
okay.
Good with that, Jess? Okay, all right.
All right. Anything else? All right. I move to go into executive session to consider promotion or compensation of public employees under G1, Section 121.22 of the revised code.
Second.
Just second.
Okay. Trustee Disper,
Yes.
trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Hannah,
Yes.
what's your time?
7:50.
Thank you for the time. All right. And audience can choose to stick around. When we come back, we'll make an announcement. Whatever.